Good afternoon YouTube and welcome back. We are here for episode 5 of the Norwich City save, and we've got a quarter final to play against Arsenal, no less. It's in the EFL Cup. It makes little difference to us what happens at this point in time, but we're then going to play a championship match against second place Watford. There's a lot to catch you up on. Let's get right into it.
Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. I'm on my job, I get it done, but you should know that. Shine like a sun, a 101, you should know that. I get the front and in the back, you should know that. No need to stun, it's never cap, you should know that. All I know, 10 toes, never fold, bang roll, on the go, ice wall, ice wall, ice wall. Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, if they pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in, I get it in, I get it in. Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real.
Three very different games. The Swansea match was pretty much all us. The Forest match, we went 2-0 down only to come back to 2-2. And then finally, the Cardiff match again. We played a lot slower, we played a lot more methodically, and we just did so much better with the ball as a result. It's, I think, the way I'm going to have to play for the rest of the season now, because we were just snatching at chances previously. So you see the table in front of you. We are still top, but it is not through want of trying to throw it away. You'll see we have played 20 games now, winning 14 of them and drawing 6 of them, coming out with 48 points. We are 3 points ahead of second and third, Watford and Bournemouth, who have 45 points each respectively. And I tell you what, it has been somewhat frustrating these last few matches, because it just feels as if we've been throwing it away. We should be well clear of these two. And I will show you what I mean. You joined us last for the 1-1 draw against Bristol City. We then went on to play Millwall and beat them 3-0 in a convincing win, leaving us playing Swansea, who we beat 2-0, Middlesbrough, who we beat 1-0, Stoke, who we beat 1-0, Coventry, who we drew 0-0 with, Luton, who we drew 1-1 with, Sheffield Wednesday, who we drew 0-0 with, and finally Nottingham Forest, who we drew 2-2 with. All 4 of those draws were utterly one-sided. We should have gotten 3 points in each of those games, but we were just unable to convert our chances. But I tinkered with the tactics a little bit. I think what I did increased the amount of time that the players were given on the ball, so the tempo was lowered. I'm now playing a cautious style rather than an attacking and a very attacking style, and that has given them more time on the ball in order to do what needs to be done. And that turned around our form immediately. We beat Blackburn 2-1, we beat Reading 2-1, and we beat Cardiff 3-0. The difficulty we have at the moment, if you look at our calendar, just disappeared. If you look at the calendar, we now have 3 games before the end of December. We have Arsenal in the quarter-final on Wednesday 23rd. We have Watford on Boxing Day, Saturday 26th. So just 3 days between Arsenal and Watford. Watford as well being a key match. And then 3 days after that, from 26th to the 29th, to play QPR at home. Fixture congestion is a real problem. We've had some players already needing to take longer rests in order to get back to full fitness. And I nearly forgot, we've had a youth intake preview. We have Brian Dean as our under-18s manager, and I've got him in because he's got a fairly determined personality and decent enough statistics to justify being a fairly decent under-18s manager, I think. However, he shows that in 2021, our youth candidate preview indicates there's going to be a lot of wingers in the system, but at least one of our goalkeepers looks a great prospect. Minimum of 2 centre-backs that look rather promising, a forward who could be considered a fine prospect, and one good young Scottish striker from Kirk Cudbright who has caught the eye. Describes it as a good group of players, so fairly encouraging stuff. So this is the team we've picked. We are going to start with Krul in goal, Bashiri at right back. In fact, let us just check. Yeah, that's because Max Aarons is being rested. He's one of the players, unfortunately, who has struggled recently with his fitness. Zimmerman and Gibson through the centre of defence. Rahman at left back, who has been a really good purchase so far, 7.51 average rating. Sorensen at defensive midfield, Skip as the box-to-box midfielder, Dowell as the attacking playmaker, Buendia on the right, Cantwell on the left, and Timu Pukki up front. Pukki at the minute is on absolute cloud 9 with his form, although he is starting to descend in terms of his statistics. So here we go, we've got the fancy graphics up, so you know this is a key match. We are playing away from home for this quarter-final leg, and we are going to get straight into it, skipping all of that. So the first highlight is ours by the look of it, and it's a cruel chip out to Dowell, who then passes it to Tottenham Hotspur's Oliver Skip, who passes it off very neatly to Emi Buendia, who takes a long-range shot which fizzes past the far post. And you can see Arsenal are starting to assert their dominance. 5 shots, 1 on target, an XG of 0.37 in comparison to an XG of 0.11 at this point in time. And we have a corner now. Zimmerman with the header into the crowd behind. And now Arsenal have a corner with Cedric taking the corner. And then Pukki now on the ball. He's running at the defence and takes it round one and shoots, but straight into the keeper. Emi Buendia manages to get the ball back, but a pass is cut out by the Arsenal defence. That was an opportunity, you have to say. 0-0 at half-time. It's not going as badly as we would have thought. Let's put it that way. So, assistants thinks I should tell them I'm happy with the performance. I've told them there's no pressure on them. I'm going to point the finger and tell them that I think they can improve. And that seems to have motivated most of the team. So a look at the team shows Buendia is not exactly playing well, and neither is Pukki. Skip is the one playing very well at the minute, but you'd expect that from a Tottenham Hotspur player. I am tempted to give Emi Buendia a bit of a rest. I think Ollie Skip needs to come off as well. Do that, I think. So dropping Teti back into defensive midfield and having Sorensen step forwards a bit. Oh, a scrappy goal bundled across the line by Callum Chambers. That really is poor defending, really, from Norwich. Right, we have 10 minutes to find an equaliser. We are still in this. I don't think they... Oh, Josh Martin there giving the chance to push one in. Oh, what a wonderful sliding tackle that was by Christoph Zimmerman. I think we're going to go attacking just to give us the best chance of getting another goal. Oh, come on, lads. Possession lost cheaply there. Baba Rahman as well doesn't quite keep the ball out. Joe Willock on the ball for Arsenal, who passes the ball out to Cedric. Cedric shoots but is blocked, and another cross in. And a double save by Tim Krul keeps us in the match. We are suffering a bit of an onslaught at the minute from Arsenal, who have done very well since scoring the goal. I'm going to encourage the team again. Well, hey, 1-0 loss to Arsenal. With us in the Championship, I will take that. I don't think we can be too disappointed with that, albeit we did have our best players did not really turn up, which is such a shame, really. I've just seen the social media feed. The quarter-final against Arsenal aside, This is the match I really want to win. Watford away from home. A win sets us even further apart from them in second place. And as a result of which, I've picked a fresh squad rather than my best squad. So in goal is Tim Krul again. At right back is Rocky Bolshiri. At left back is Xavi Quintia, the two fresh fullbacks. And centre backs are Gibson and Hanley, with Teti sitting in front of them as a defensive midfield. I've got Lucas Rupp as box-to-box midfielder and Roger Vilka as the attacking playmaker next to him. Right wing is Emi Buendia. At left wing is Primislaw Pacheta, and I'm just going to make one slight change there. And up front, of course, Timu Puki. That leaves us with a team who are in good condition all round. And that was my concern. If we played, for example, Todd Cantwell, his condition, although good, is not perfect. Same with Kieran Dow, condition good but not perfect. So two quite good players who are just going to sit this one out for the purposes of ensuring that we have as fresh a squad as possible going into the January period, basically. If I have to be honest, would I take a draw right now? I suspect I probably would, actually. Watford are a very good side with a series of good players playing for them. Of course, you've got Ismail Assar on the wings for them, Troy Deeney up front, and you've got players on the bench like João Pedro who can make a difference as well. So this is not a team that needs to be underestimated. Indeed, they are probably the best team in the Championship. So we're going to point the finger. We're going to tell them that the media has given them a lot of credit, and that has done the job for the most of them. So we kick off, and the first highlight goes to Watford by the look of it, and a tip over from Tim Krul. I tell you, he has been very good these last couple of matches. Another Watford highlight and another Tim Krul save, albeit gone out for a goal kick, so I guess he didn't make contact. So riling the boys up, encouraging them a little bit, hoping that we can get a foothold in this, because we've been second best so far. So Watford now passing it neatly between the two of them. Troy Deeney coming deep to get the ball there. But we continue to press them, so there's still hope, playing neatly between themselves. And Teti just gets the ball. Oh, Ismail Assar with a shot. Well, we go in 0-0. I'm going to tell the team I'm not happy. That's motivated all of them again, apart from Lucas Rupp. I'm going to target him and see what he needs. I'm going to tell him I have faith in him. Yep, that's done it. The whole team are now motivated. Watford corner to start the second half. Is that a penalty? Ben Gibson gives a penalty away. Troy Deeney scores despite Tim Krul going the correct way. It's his 12th goal of the season according to the graphics. It's really very disappointing. So we've gone attacking. I've shouted at the team. Vilka now picks up the ball. He runs at the Watford defence. Emi Buendia wasn't good enough there. I really am disappointed by that, because we were not deserving of a goal, but we certainly weren't deserving to concede one either. Rocky Bolshiri now on the right back. Teti to Vilka. Vilka passes it out to Emi Buendia, who has the opportunity, who shoots, and it's a good save by Ben Foster to deny Emi Buendia. Emi Buendia with the corner now. He sends it towards Hanley. Hanley unfortunately doesn't make the header. That's what I think I might do. I'm going to bring on Todd Cantwell. I'm going to bring on Alameda. Yeah, my initial thought was to try bringing on somebody for Roger Vilka, probably Kieran Dow. But actually, he's having quite a good game, so I don't really want to do that. I'm going to give a team talk. I'm going to tell them I have faith in them. Oh, Gibson nearly makes up for his penalty antics. But that goes into the crowd behind as well. All right. Emi Buendia now passes it out to Adam Ida. Ida with the ball. Cantwell now picks up the ball and takes it past one. He's on ball. Oh, Ben Foster. I don't think this is going to be our day. So Cantwell now on the ball. He loses the ball sloppily. And Watford are now just passing the ball amongst themselves in midfield, and we can't even get close to them. And come on. They're all anxious. I'm going to thrash my arms and tell them that I'm far from pleased. That has motivated them at least. And there you have it. We've lost our 20-game undefeated streak. I've just seen the social media feed. Someone named Wayne Lockyer. Not happy with that in the slightest. Disaster of a result. The boss has some explaining to do. All right, Wayne, I'm still top. Give us a bit of slack. Well, it's hard not to be disappointed after that episode. 2 games, 2 losses. Admittedly, one against Arsenal, a far bigger side than us. The other against Watford, meaning that we finish this particular episode joint top with Bournemouth and Watford on 48 points apiece. We need really to start making gaps between those two teams in order to make sure that we get one of those 2 top spots. We've got some good goal difference going on, but I don't want to leave it to goal difference. It's just not a sensible idea, is it? We're going to come back next time for episode 6, where I think we're going to go to the end of January. So we'll play Millwall and Middlesbrough. And in fact, no, we won't play Millwall and Middlesbrough because you've seen Millwall once already, haven't you? So let's go for Millwall and maybe, in fact, tell you what, we'll just go for Middlesbrough.
A few moments later.
Oh, sorry about that. I had to sneeze. Got a nasty cold. Just causing me no end of grief. Anyway, so I'm going to bring you back for the Middlesbrough match and some discussion about any sort of transfer activity we may get ourselves involved with. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Again, frustrating episode. I say that a lot coming in the end of talking to you guys off the back of this series, but we're still top. There's still time to build up a bit of a lead. If you're liking what we're doing, please do like this video. Please do subscribe for more. Check out my Twitter to find out exactly when the videos are going to be coming.
All aboard!